Good morning, Warriors. This is Warrior News. I'm Brooklyn Farmer.
And I'm Cameron Jones.
And this is episode 2 of Warrior News.
This week on Warrior News, we'll be talking about volleyball,
the Central Science Department,
and the Williamsburg trip.
Here's the new sign language word of the week.
This week's sign language word of the week is Marshall Islands. Marshall Islands. Marshall Islands.
You know, I think it's cool that students at Central can communicate with others in this way, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree.
This year's Lady Warriors volleyball team had a great season. Let's give it to Chrissy to talk more about it.
Thanks, Brooklyn. Now here's the head volleyball coach.
Our volleyball season went fairly well. We had a rough start. We lost our first 2 matches that were non-conference. We went 13-3 overall for our season, then we went 9-1 in conference and ended up getting second in the conference and then made it to the semis for regionals. We also had some players go out mid-season, so that was another great thing that we went through, honestly, because it helped some of the other girls, you know, get better. And mentally and physically, I thought we, you know, progressed throughout the season, especially mentally and staying mentally tough.
What would you tell your younger self, if you could, about volleyball?
That you just need to get as many reps as you can, and just stay positive and just work hard.
What's the best part about being on a team?
The friends that you make and the new people you get to meet.
Back to you, Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, weren't you a part of the volleyball team this year?
Yeah, I really love being at the volleyball team here at Central.
Yeah, I really look forward to the games this year.
Another thing we look forward to this year is the science department at Central.
What is the next project you guys are doing in science?
So we just finished up with our collision vehicles, which we tested yesterday, but starting next week we're doing our rocket cars, where we have the students design a wheelbase and wheels that move freely, and we take them outside and test them with some vinegar and baking soda. So they shoot off and we'll measure how fast they go and how that's related to the mass of the vehicles.
What did you learn about the rocket car experiment?
So I learned that the mass and weight of your car plays a big role in how far it'll go.
Alright, and why is this necessary for the students to learn?
I just think it's really good to give the students an opportunity to be hands-on and do something that they enjoy instead of just copying stuff out of a book or just looking, doing definitions over and over. So I think it's great. It gets their scientific mind going, and we do a lot of design process where they have to think about what they'd make better, why they made the changes they made, if they made any changes at all, and what they could do to improve their overall design.
My favorite experiment this year had to be the rocket cars.
This year, the Williamsburg trip seems to be lots of fun. Let's see what Brian has to say about it.
Who does the William-Pittsburgh trip impact?
Okay, the Williamsburg trip is for 8th graders. It's provided by a private trust fund that is operated out of Baxter Springs, Kansas, and over the years they have put in probably $25 million into this. It takes the kids on a colonial tour. It starts at the beginning at Jamestown at the first English permanent colony. They get to see Jamestown, Yorktown, Williamsburg, Monticello, DC, Mount Vernon, Philadelphia, Valley Forge.
I think what the most fun was meeting new people and making new relationships, and also being able to go to places that I would have never thought I'd be able to go to. I learned a lot about America's history and how it affects modern day people or generations. I think Central should continue to do the Williamsburg trip because it's a good opportunity for kids to get out of their comfort zone and have lots of fun.
Wow, I really hope they're having fun on this trip.
Now it's time for this week's announcements.
And here are the results from last week's Warriors basketball. Monday night, 8th grade Warriors took on George and did a great job. Then on Tuesday night, all of the Warriors played Kimmons here at home, and Thursday night, 8th grade took on Lakeside, and the 9th grade team played Fayetteville White. Coming up this week, Monday night, 8th grade Warriors will play at Elmwood, and the 9th grade Warriors will play at Chaffin. Then Thursday night is going to be a big night. 8th grade Warriors will go to Woodland, but the 9th grade Warriors will take on George at home. This game will be live streamed from our gym, so show up and show off our Warrior pride. In the library, we will be having Battle of the Books. This is a competition between Central and all other Springdale junior highs. You're going to read The Unwanted and Between the Shades of Gray. If you are interested, see Mrs. Teff in the library to sign up. It's that time of year again. We're going to have another dodgeball tournament. If you are interested, sign up by December 18th with Mrs. Barr. Teams are 8 to 10 people, and it is $10 a team. Warriors, we are hosting Central Cares every week the month of December. This week, we are going to be bringing coats for our coat drive. If you have a new or gently used coat, please bring it to Miss Harris, a yearbook student, or one of the counselors. Coats are needed. Please bring them this week. And we know we've been missing clubs lately, but we want you all to know that December 7th and 14th will be club days. Hey Warriors, are you good at rap or R&B music? Dante Moore is going to have a lyrics competition. Lyrics are due December 10th and turn them in to your advisory teacher. Solo artists or up to a 3-person group may participate. If you have any questions, ask Dante Moore. Lyrics must be clean. Explicit content will be disqualified.
And that's all we have for Warrior News.
Have a great week, Warriors. See you next weekend. Warrior News.